Troyia Monay, back to y'all with another video. Today's video is super exciting as always. In today's video, we are going to be discussing how you can add your logo to your boutique clothing by simply using the Cricut Explore Air 2 machine, you guys. So you are going to want to make sure that you stay tuned for this entire video. There are surprises along the way. So I am super excited to be coming on here and giving you guys the tea as I normally do, making your lives easier, especially as small business owners. So like I said earlier, we are going to be discussing how you can add your logos, you can create a t-shirt company, add quotes and graphics to t-shirts and different materials like that by simply using the Cricut Explore Air 2 machine. And if that's not exciting within itself, I am going to be giving away both the Cricut Easy Press 2 machine for you to hot press and add all of your vinyl to all of your clothing pieces, all of your iron on. Also, I'm going to be giving away the Cricut Explore Air 2 machine as well, you guys. So these are two machines that are going to make your lives so much easier as small business owners, so much easier as boutique owners when it comes to like creating different, you know, business DIY projects and all of that good stuff. So I'm going to be giving away these two. I own these two, so these two are mine, and I am super excited to not only show you guys how to do it, but give you the materials that you need to create these things at home as well, you guys. So over here, as you guys can see on my top, this is a top that I sold for my Black Friday campaign with my boutique. And I created this by simply using the Easy Press 2 machine and the Cricut Explore Air 2, you guys. And I've had this for some time now, and as you guys can see, nothing's coming off. Super great quality machine, super great quality press machine as well. So I am excited to dive right on in and show you guys how you can go through and create your own products as well. So just a little bit more before we kind of go through and get started. I've personally been using the Cricut Explore Air 2 machine for, like I said, probably about a year now, but I've been using Cricut machines for so long, you guys. In college, I used a couple of them, definitely in high school and like arts classes and different things like that. And y'all, I can definitely attest to you that you need this machine. Whether you even want to start a t-shirt company, or if you don't even know if you want to add like your logos to anything, these machines come in handy for literally like any like project at any time of the year. So you guys definitely want to make sure that you get your hands on this. The reason why I did go through and get the machine is because, like I said, I really wanted to cut out the middleman, and I did that by simply creating products on my own. So today we're going to be going through and I'm going to be showing you guys how you can add your logos to like simple t-shirts like this. I got this shirt from one of my t-shirt vendors. You guys can also add your logos to sunglass cases. So these are a pair of sunglasses that I sell for my boutique. And this is the case. I got this from one of my vendors. All we're going to do is add our logo to it to give it that extra branding touch. You guys know how important branding is and how important it is to just make sure that your name is on literally everything. If you can't have it on everything, you guys, as well. Also, you guys can definitely add your logos to poly mailers, different things like that. You're really just using this machine to cut out the middleman, you guys. And it's definitely not only going to save you a lot of time, it's going to also save you a lot of money and make for just like a really fun like DIY project that you can kind of do to, you know, ease your mind on the weekends and different things like that as well. So just a little bit more about the machine. The Cricut Explore Air 2 is a cutting machine, you guys. So it is literally can cut almost everything at any angle. Literally the points on the machine and the knives within the machine literally make it super easy for you to cut just about any type of material or any fabric. So you guys can definitely cut paper, you can cut vinyl. Today we're going to be cutting some iron-on vinyl, and we're going to be making a t-shirt with this today. You guys can definitely go through and cut cardstock. Some machines in the Cricut family also allow you to cut like thin wood. You guys can definitely do like glitter paper. You can do like leather, fabrics, different things like that as well, to kind of just go through and make your lives so easy when it comes to cutting different fabrics and different things like that in order to create these really cool and intricate designs. The machine also has Bluetooth connectivity. So if you guys wanted to make sure that you connected your computer with it like through Bluetooth, you don't have to like plug in anything like that. you guys can definitely go through and do that as well. The options are just truly endless with this machine, which is why I like it. As you guys can see, I own the pistachio color, which is like this blue color right here, and I'm gonna be giving away this super dope mint color, you guys. So I'm kind of jealous of whoever's getting this mint color because it is super dope. So make sure you guys stay tuned for the entire video so you guys can figure out not only how to go through and to use this really dope machine, but also how to go through and to win your own. So we are going to go ahead and hop right on in to today's video. I am super excited, and we're gonna jump in the computer. I'm going to show you guys how to go through and create your own garments, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get it popping. All right, let's go ahead and dive right on in. So first things first that you guys want to make sure you do before you can go ahead and create your super dope projects is you really want to make sure you go on the Cricut site and download the Cricut Design Space. So that's going to be the software that you're going to be using. Download that on your computer to go through, and that's where you're going to be creating your design. So you want to make sure that you have this installed on your computer, you guys. So first things first that you guys see when you load up your Cricut Design Space is so many different dope information. New to Cricut, you have some additional information here, such as like startup guides. They also give you a plethora of different like templates that you guys can definitely go through and create. Father's Day is coming up, so you guys can definitely go through and create some dope projects for Father's Day. Just a bunch of different like templates and different things that you guys can definitely go through and create. And as you guys can see, like I said earlier, the options are truly endless, especially when it comes to some of the dope things that you guys can definitely go through and create. So what we're going to do is we are going to go through and create a logo, you guys. We're going to go through and make sure that we can add our logo to our garment. So my logos are already uploaded. If you want to go through and upload your own, all you're going to do is select new project. And then you can go through and hit upload. So you can go through and add your logo to your design space right here. And it'll be good to go for you to go through and add it to any of your garments. So since mine are already uploaded, we're just going to hit back. And we are going to go through and use this logo number 2. That logo number 2 is the same logo that I had in my t-shirt, that sweatshirt that I had on in the intro. So we're going to go through and we're going to add that to a t-shirt. So we have that, and we are going to go to customize. I want to make sure that this is good to go. So it says this project contains fonts that are not installed on my computer. And the reason why is because I got these fonts from defont.com. So you guys can definitely go through and download your own fonts and add these to the design space as well. So what I'm going to do right here is make sure that my logo design is within the framework, you guys. That is something that is super important, is to make sure that your materials or whatever design that you're creating fits within the same size range of your mat, the mat that I showed you guys in the beginning as well. So my mat is 12 by 12. So I need to make sure that my design fits within that 12 mark and can't go down here to that 12 mark as well. So if I want to make my logo a lot bigger, I can go through and put it at like an angle, a degree angle here. And I can have it right here touching that 1 of 1. And it's not going down here to that 12 mark either. So I can go through and do that as well if I wanted to make things a little bit bigger. But for the sake of this video, we're going to go through and keep things just straightforward. And we're going to make sure that it fits within that mark. And it does. So we are good to go there. I want to make sure that it is lined up properly. I think that it is. So we are good to go there, you guys. So what we're going to do is we are going to click make it. Super simple. Good to go. Like I said, this is the size of our mat, 12 by 12. So we want to make sure that our design fits perfectly in there. I'm just going to make sure that it's just kind of centered so that way it doesn't cut off anything, and we are good to go. So here is the material size, 12 of 12. And this is one of the most important things you guys want to click on, especially if you're doing any type of iron-on vinyl or if you're creating any type of like project. Really, for the most part, you really want to make sure that it's always on this mirror effect, especially if you're putting this onto some type of garment. So I am going to go through and click that mirror effect, and as you guys can see, it went through and just changed the rotation of it, so it is like completely backwards. And I want that so that way when I iron it on, things can kind of, you know, face forward, and it's, you know, the right type of forward facing, moving forward there too. So turn on mirror for iron on projects and materials that are placed face down like leather. So you guys want to make sure that you always select that mirror effect as well. So we're going to hit continue. Our machine is being connected and we are good to go. So right here it says that our material is set to light cardstock. You can adjust the dial on your machine in order to change it to like vinyl or anything like that, and I'll show you guys how to do that. So right now we're just going to go through and load up our materials, and we're going to get started with cutting our basic graphic. Alright you guys, so we have all of our materials all nice and displayed out. We have our Easy Press 2 machine, we have our Cricut machine, we have our Easy Press 2 mat. We have some of our weaving tools, such as tweezers, weaving tool. We have our scraper. We have some scissors. We also have our iron-on vinyl, which is what we're going to be using today. We have our cutting machine, our little cutting board. And then we have our standard grip mat, you guys. And like I showed you guys earlier, this is that 12 by 12 mat that I was showing you guys, which is what we're going to be using and laying our iron-on vinyl on to be cut. So first things first, like I told you guys, we want to make sure that we turn our dial on to vinyl. So we're going to go through and move that over to vinyl. We're going to dive back into our computer so we can get started with cutting. We want to make sure that everything is good to go before we get started with cutting. Alright, so our machine is now set to vinyl. We are going to go through and load up all of our tools and all of our materials. So we have our standard grip right here. So we're just going to move our tools out of the way until we need those. We're going to remove the clear film. And this is really, really sticky, you guys. So you want to make sure that you are keeping this in a safe spot because it is extremely, extremely sticky. Like, this is what our vinyl is going to go through and stick on. So you want to make sure that you are keeping it in like a safe spot. So we're going to move this over and open up our vinyl. And it comes in pink, like this really pretty like red color. And also white. We're going to just go through and use the pink since we are going to be ironing it onto a white t-shirt. So we're just going to open this right on up. We're going to move this little plastic thing. Y'all know I have a hard time opening literally anything. So this is going to be a little task for me going through and making sure I can open this up. Let's see. Should be good to go without cutting myself. There we go. So we have our nice good vinyl. And we are going to be using that pink color like I showed you guys. I thought it was already open, but it wasn't. So let's go through and open that on up without cutting the vinyl. Hopefully we got that good to go. All right, perfect. So our vinyl is good to go, you guys. So we're going to be using just like one sheet of our vinyl. And this is literally like all we're going to need. This is probably, of course, is way too much for the design that we went through and recreated. But this is all that we're going to need. And what we want to do is we are going to grab our grip. And we want to make sure that we align our vinyl to our grip. You guys can see this side is really, really shiny and this side is matte. We want the shiny side to be face down because that's the side that we are going to be going through and having face forward once we do go through and create our project, which is why we also went through and did that mirror effect earlier as well. So we're going to go through, line that right there at the corner. Hopefully you guys can see it. Let me go through and I'm going to zoom down so you guys can see it. There we go. Hopefully this is a little bit easier for you guys to see. So we are going to go through and move this up. We're going to just take it off so that way we can start over and I can show you guys. We're going to take that shiny side and we want that shiny side to be face down. So we're going to grab it and we're going to make sure everything aligns with that corner right here. Hopefully you guys can see it right there. And we're going to go through and just put everything down. If it's not perfect, it doesn't have to be. But you definitely want to make sure that you get it as perfect as possible so that way it doesn't cut onto the mat and everything's cut within that vinyl. So that's why it's also great to make sure that your design isn't too close to the side, so that way you can make sure that everything is aligned and good to go. So I kind of like to make mine go off a little bit, especially in that corner, so that way we know we're good to go. Perfect. There we go. Everything's good. And what I am also going to do is I'm going to take that scraper and we're going to make sure there's no bubbles. No bubbles. We don't want any bubbles in our design. We want everything to be nice and flat. And we're going to just go through and put it down towards the whole thing. Of course, our design is not going to be cut here, so you can definitely go through and save yourself some time by just cutting out this part and just putting that on the mat only. But I'm already here and I've already got started, so we're just going to go through and make everything align, and I can always cut it off later. So we are good to go. We're going to get rid of all of those bubbles. All right. So now that that is good to go, what we are going to do is we're going to hit this button right here on our machine. All right, so now that our materials are nice and good on our mat, we are going to go through and load our mat up into our machine. Let me move these over. We're going to hit this trickling light button right here, which is like kind of like a little dial letting us know that we need to open up our machine. We're going to hit it. And then, so boom, it is loaded up. We're going to go through and put our mat right up under these two little notches. So hopefully y'all can see these two little notches. We're going to go through and load our mat right up in there. And then we're going to hit that dial button again. And what this is going to do is it's going to load our mat up into the machine. Perfect. So now our mat is good and uploaded. We're going to dive right back into the computer because we're ready to get started. So you have options on here in order to do, you can edit like your tools, or you can go through and do like a fast mode. So if you want to do like a fast mode, if you have a bunch of things to cut, you can go through and select that. It's not really needed for this project, so I'm not going to go through and select it. So we are ready to go through and to cut. So all I'm going to do is hit the Cricut C. Our design is preparing and it's cutting. That's literally that simple, you guys. Literally that simple. After it goes through and it's finished cutting, we're going to take our weaving tools and our tweezers to weave out any of the unneeded pieces of the design. We're going to cut it, turn it over, and then we're going to also go through and just use our Easy Press 2 machine to heat press everything down. Literally that easy. Alright y'all, so now our design is completely done. So all we're going to do is we're going to hit that release button. It's going to release it to us. And our design is nice and cut out. Hopefully you guys can kind of see where it's cut out right along here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start weaving out the pieces of the design that we don't need. So we're going to go through and do that right now. Alright, and now that all of the pieces that we don't need are out, what we're going to do is we're going to remove the vinyl from our grip mat. I'm going to take it all out. Boom. So now that it is good and off, we have a big mess on our hands with all of our unneeded vinyl. So we're just going to move that over. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to take my scissors. And we're just going to cut the part that we do need. So you guys can either use scissors or you guys can definitely go through and use a cutting machine. I think this is what I'm going to use to make it easier for myself. So make sure that I cut everything that I need. Boom. So our entire design is right here. If you guys can see, if you look really, really close, you'll see our entire design right there, good to go. So what we're going to do now is we are going to get rid of all of the unwanted vinyl as well here that we did not get a chance to go through and weave out. So I'm going to go through on this E, if you guys can see that. We're going to take that right on off. and everything else we're gonna rip off. So this is just kind of us making this like small incision to go through and rip everything else off. So as you guys can see here, you have the clear, and then you have that unwanted vinyl that we want to get rid of, and all we're gonna do is peel. This part is so satisfying to me. All we're doing is peeling away the pieces that we don't want, because all we really want is the words. And you want to be somewhat gentle with this because you don't want it to rip off the actual words. So as you guys can see, now this is what our logo is going to look like right facing. So our vinyl's right here on the back, so once we do iron it onto our garment, it's going to be frontward facing, which is why that mirror effect is so important. And this is all of the vinyl that we can go through and we can toss. So we're going to get rid of that. So we can turn our machine off for right now, and we're going to go through and we're going to start heating up our Easy Press 2 machine. All right, you guys, so we are going to go through and start heating up our Easy Press 2 machine. I'm going to go through and hit the on switch, and what I'm going to go through and do is make sure that I am setting the temperature to what I want it to be set at. So once it's blinking, that means you have the ability to go through and to change the temperature. So I'm going to put mine, let me select it again. I'm going to put mine on 295, and then I'm also going to change the time. I want to make sure that I have enough time for my items to go through and to adhere. So I'm going to go through and put it down to, let's see. We're going to put ours to 25 seconds. And then we're going to select that again. And our machine is heating up. So as you guys can see, it is going through and heating up. While my machine is heating up, I kind of like to just go through and make sure everything's prepped. So we do have our iron on mat right here, which is, I love this mat. It's going to make sure that we are going through and not, you know, heat damaging any of our desks or tables or anything like that. And then we're going to go through and prep our shirt. So this is the shirt that we're going to be using, just a plain old t-shirt. And I'm going to go through and set my t-shirt right there on the actual mat. And what I'm going to do is, it does not have to be perfect for right now, because this is what I like to do, you guys. I love to go through and iron the shirt first to get it nice and prepped for the heat. So if you go through and you just plop this on there right there like that, and then you go through and heat it on, you want to make sure that not only it has heat already on the bottom to adhere, but it also has some heat there on the top as well. So let me go through and make sure that I get rid of this little sticker that I see here. All right, you guys, so now that my machine is nice and hot, it is almost to the temperature that I wanted at. It's at about 270. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab it, and I am going to just iron the shirt. I just want to get rid of any of those wrinkles, as much wrinkles as I can where my shirt is, so that way I can make sure that everything lays a lot more flat. And I'm just going to go through and iron everything to make sure we are good to go. Things look good. We know where the middle is, right there where that line is. We're going to take our design. This is our design, wanted wardrobe. And we're going to lay it right there, flat on the surface. I kind of like to do mine a couple inches away from the actual armpit. That's going to allow me to know that it's nice and centered, similar to this. And we're going to center it right here. We're going to take our heat press, and we're going to go through and line it, and we're going to press that C. So it's going to create a timer for us. I like to go through and make sure the whole thing is nice and flat, and then I do mine in sections. So I'm going to hold it here for my countdown. Right now it's counting down at about 15 seconds or so. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of force, but not too much. And you guys heard the ding. That means we are good to go to move on to the next area. So I'm going to go there, and I'm going to hit the same thing again. All right, you guys. So here is the final product. Finally, I will say I did burn my shirt just a little bit. Mistakes happen, things happen, but I am super impressed overall with the quality of the shirt. As you guys can see, it has my logo on it right here, wanted wardrobe. So let's go ahead and dive right on into the giveaway and the giveaway rules, you guys. All right, y'all, so the part that you guys have all been waiting for, the giveaway and the giveaway rules, you guys. So I am super excited about this giveaway. You guys have poured so much into me. You guys are what really keep me going on a daily basis, and I want to make sure that I'm showing my appreciation with you guys, not only through like amazing content such as this, but through, you know, special offers such as giveaways and different things like that as well. So like I said earlier in the intro, I will be giving away a Cricut Easy Press 2 machine, also a Cricut Explore Air 2. So one subscriber of mine will win both of these products, you guys. There is going to be only one winner. So let's go ahead and dive right on into the rules so you guys can know how you can go through and get your hand on these items. The first rule is you guys must be following me on Instagram at Troyia Monay. The second rule is you must be following my business coaching page at Her Hustle Academy. The third rule is you guys must be following Cricut at Official Cricut. And the fourth rule is you guys must give this video a big thumbs up, like this video, rate it. And then the last and final rule is I want you guys to comment down below your Instagram name and how these Cricut products will benefit not only you but your business as well, you guys. Tell me your Instagram name in the comment section and how these products will benefit you. What you plan to do with these products. You know, what you plan to go through and create with these products and how they will benefit not only you but maybe your business overall as well, you guys. So those are the rules. You guys have until July 15th in order to go through and to make sure that all of your submissions are in. I will be checking every single thing. So I'm going to go through and put everyone's name in the pie, but as soon as I pick a winner, if your name gets selected and you do not follow all of the rules, I will move on to the next person and the next person and the next person, you guys. So make sure you guys follow all of the rules in order to get your hands on these items, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this was helpful for you. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up if it was. Additional information will be down below in my description bar, so make sure you guys go through and check that out. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.